Welcome to the Rusted Garden Homestead. Today's video is all about starting seeds indoors, growing your own transplants. It's a way you can save hundreds of dollars a year. And if you want to make some money, you can grow your own transplants and make a couple $1,000s a year. We'll be talking about what you need for the setup. Just keep in mind what we're talking about is just growing transplants. Growing plants inside anywhere from 3 weeks to maybe 11 weeks. We're not growing inside for flowering, for fruiting. We're just growing transplants. Best way to save money is to use basic shop lights. You don't need expensive grow light systems. You can buy them, they work better than this. However, what I'm going to show you works extremely well for growing transplants. I've been doing this for 20 years. And really, over the last 5 years, LED lights, light emitting diodes, LED lights, white lights, have really gotten cheaper and stronger. And I'll show you what I mean by that. This is all you need. So first thing, you want a light that's 4 feet long. This light is from Hyper Tough. I'm not affiliated with them. This is just an example. Got this light set up here at Walmart in store. It was only $42 with tax. 4 feet long, that's what you want. This would hang right under a shelf. You put your transplants under there. I'll show you that in a second. But what's cool about this is it's actually 4 lights. Typically, over the past years, and if you watch my videos, you would have seen this, I have to buy 2 light fixtures with 2 bulbs in each of them, and then I spread them out under the shelf, grow the lights under here. With this system, again, for about 42 bucks, and I will put links in the video that you can go to my Amazon shop and maybe find these or something similar. I just want to be clear, you don't need this exact system, but I'm going to go over the specifications of these lights, and you can just match lights to what I'm going to be talking about. The ratings are what's really important. Being 4 feet long, it's going to cover a flat. I sell these at my seed shop along with all the different cells. You can use foil baking trays. I like having a flat or some sort of flat or foil tray because you can put your seed starting containers in there. Again, you can buy those. You can repurpose different things. You can set them into your flat, your foil tray, your seed flat, and then you fill this with water and you water from the bottom. It just makes life easier. But if you notice, and again, the lights would not be on the bottom, they would be above this, but 2 flats fit perfectly under this system of 4 lights. And the light would just sit over here, and you may have to raise or lower depending on how you're growing. Please follow me, subscribe, and I will show you how I grow under this for 2025. We'll be growing all kinds of different plants. But in these 2 flats, you can easily grow if you're using the smaller cells, like the standard cells you find when you're buying these. They're filled with soil. They're about this size. They just sit inside of here. It's 72 little cells that fill up the space. Times 2 flats is 144 plants. I do recommend nowadays in my videos growing in these larger containers. They're more forgiving. You can grow larger transplants, and a lot of times people don't need 144 plants. But you can buy different kinds of inserts. You can buy these larger containers. You don't have to pot up. You don't have to take the plants out of these smaller cells as they're growing over the weeks, pot them up into something larger. You can use plastic shoe boxes, Tupperware containers. You can repurpose containers, yogurt containers, water bottles, cut them in half. If you're growing something large, just cut a milk bottle in half. I like keeping the top on so I can cover it if I'm putting it outside to get some sunlight or something like that when it's colder out. But you can really grow in any way that you want. But the key is that you can put 2 flats right under here, and you don't have to buy 2 light fixtures of 2 bulbs. Just a single fixture with 4 bulbs in it. This is what's most important. Again, this is by Hyper Tough. Got it at Walmart. You want to have ratings that I'm going to talk about. This has 10,000 lumens. This is white light. It's a blend of all colored lights, meaning the whole rainbow, the whole spectrum. White lights is what you're looking for. 10,000 lumens is how bright it is. I've been growing using LED lights that are only 5,000 lumens. So this year, you can find them really inexpensively, 10,000 lumens. This is more brightness than you're ever going to need to grow transplants indoors. The other thing that you're looking for is the Kelvin rating. This is 5,000 K. Kelvin rating is really the color of light. We're mimicking daylight. Daylight is usually white light. White light is a combination of all the colors in the light spectrum. So white light's perfectly fine. The reason I say that is if you're buying grow lights, you're going to see yellow lights and, I don't know, pink lights and all kinds of different lights, blue lights, etc. And they have different LEDs and the colors change and they work. They grow stronger transplants, but I'm telling you, these white LEDs will grow very sturdy, very hardy transplants for your garden. And because you're not growing indoors for flowering, fruiting, harvesting, and all that kind of stuff, you can get away using these lights. They again were $42. Grow light systems are going to cost you hundreds of dollars. And one grow light system might only be this big, and it may be $100, a little bit more, and it's not going to cover 2 flats like this. So just get the white LEDs. You'll be happy, you'll save money, and you'll be able to grow transplants forever. What do I mean by that? These lights, yeah, they're about $42, a little bit of expense there, but they're going to last 45 years. Now that's 45 years based on the lights being on 3 hours a day, 7 days a week for an entire year. We're going to really be growing for, I don't know, 3 months, 4 months, 12 weeks, 16 weeks. The lights are going to be on for about 12 hours. When you do the math, it all balances out to about the same thing. It's going to cost you somewhere per year for running the lights as grow lights, somewhere between $12 and let's say $36 for the year, depending on how long you have the lights growing. That is really inexpensive. The LEDs really take less energy. They're energy efficient, obviously, and you're only spending, at most, let's just bump it up for an entire year, $36 to $48. We bumped it up by 12 to grow transplants. When you buy transplants, they're costing nowadays $3, $4, $5, even $6 a plant. You'll save yourself a lot of money. So just again, it's really important to understand that you want brightness or lumens rating of 5,000 or more. These are 10,000, perfect. You want a Kelvin rating in daylight, that's 5,000 Kelvin or higher. These are going to last 45 years. They're inexpensive to run and they're just wonderful. They even have, if you want to take a look at these, they have a 5-year warranty. Let me turn this on so you can see the brightness. The camera's not going to do justice for how bright 10,000 lumens really are. It's all you need. The transplants are going to be beautiful. Let's give this a second to adjust. The whole key to growing transplants indoors, and the reason why you can't, start on a windowsill, they don't get enough light. And when plants don't get enough light, they grow really tall, trying to reach the sun, trying to reach the light. They get tall and leggy and fall over. A system with 10,000 lumens like this is going to make nice, stocky, strong seed starts. You're not going to have to worry about anything. Now, of course, again, the beauty is this is a nice big rectangle, 4 bulbs in there. This will be flipped over, obviously. It comes with everything you need for chains. You would hang it under a shelf, and then you just put these flats right under it. They would sit right under the lights, like that. If you just do 2, you can get, as I was saying, up to 144 plants under here. The lights would just sit right over this. You start closer. As they grow, you raise the lights. Again, follow me. I'll show you all the tricks for managing the lights and growing the plants indoors. But if you just need 2 flats, this is all you need. The lights just sit over this. You're going to have amazing, stocky transplants. You're going to save yourself a lot of money. If you want to grow more, you can turn the flats long way. Let me pull this chair out. And you can actually get 4 flats under here. So that means with the 6 cells, you go from, let me just do the math again real quick, 72, 72, 72, and 72. That's 288 plants. Now, as the plants are growing, you're just going to have to move the flats back and forth every couple of days, make sure the light gets to them. Some of the plants might get a little bit leggy, but you can still get beautiful transplants. You're not going to really notice the difference if you're doing that trick. But again, 4 bulbs, 1 fixture, you can do whatever you want. Most gardeners, you just need something like this, and you can grow all the transplants you want. For instance, say you want 6 tomato plants. You want to start, you want a lot. So you get 16 pepper plants. You can start some other vegetables in there, something maybe smaller. You could put herbs in there. That would be 6, 12 more. Whoa, let's fix that. Then you can drop in another set right there, another set that's 12 more plants. You can get all kinds of different size cells, and you can just drop them in as you need. Grow flowers, grow herbs. You get the idea. There is so much you can grow in here. And one of the reasons that you don't want to grow everything in these small cells is depending on what you're growing, how long you're growing, you're going to have to pot these up. So you can just start in something larger like this. But this is plenty of space for most home gardeners. You'll be able to grow what you need for your garden. You can do this in waves. You can start out with perennial flowers, perennial herbs. When they get to size, they can take the cold better, so they can go out, you know, into your backyard or something like that. Then you can start some other cool weather crops. When they get to size, you move them out. Then you can start your warm weather crops. So you can keep planting different things in here in different waves and move them along, you know, as they're able to go outside. Your perennials and your cool weather crops can take frost and colder temperatures. Your warmer weather crops need to stay inside until frost is gone. But by growing your own transplants, you will save easily hundreds of dollars. I know a lot of people, I've done videos on it. You can also grow extra plants if you want to sell them and make a little bit extra money. You just do a plant yard sale on your driveway or in your yard. This is where I start on my seeds. This is where I grow transplants. These are older lights. Some of these are 7 years old. And again, you can see it's just 2 tubes, and I had to buy 2 of them, and they were probably 25 bucks each. So that 4-tube LED system is cheaper, and it's better. It's much brighter. But this worked really well. You can see I just hook up the chains. You need a shelving unit that is 4 feet long, and I don't know, that's about 2 feet wide, something like that. But you don't need something as elaborate as this. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels. You probably just need 1 if you're just getting started, so you can get something smaller. If you want to subscribe and follow me, I'll be showing you how to build a PVC frame that goes over the light, and you can hang that 4-foot light just using this PVC design, and you can put it on a table, you can set it on the floor, but it'll be a structure that you can support your 4-foot fixture with, and it only costs about 15 bucks to make, so it's really inexpensive. I've been growing this way for the last 4 or 5 years, right on the system here. The lights in here have really a rating of 5,000 Kelvin, like the system I just showed you, 5,000 lumens, bright enough, and I just adjust and lower the lights, or I raise and lower the seed flats, keep the light intensity right, and I grow just about everything you see in my gardens right here. I just want to stress you don't need an elaborate system like this. You can get any kind of shelving or kind of structure just to hang your lights on, and then the flats would go right under there. Let's finish up with just going over the ratings and cost again. You can buy these flats, everything you see here at my seed shop. All in total, if you're just buying something like this, maybe it costs you 30 bucks. You can use foil baking trays, you can repurpose different things, save yourself money. You just need something to put under the lights, drop your containers in, water, and then grow your own transplants. The ratings that you want, again, 5,000 lumens or brighter is all you need. These are 10,000. You want 5,000 Kelvin or brighter. These are hyper tough shop lights. I got them at Walmart. With tax, I think it was like $42 or $43. You can use any kind of system that you want. You saw upstairs that I have fixtures just with 2 tubes on it. Let's see if I can flip this over easily. This is nice and bright. They don't really get hot. You can touch them whenever you want. They do provide some warmth above your seeds, which is great because it helps them germinate more. Perfect, perfect, perfect system for growing your own transplants indoors. Let's let this transition over. I highly recommend giving this a try. It's a wonderful thing to do if you're in a gardening area that gets freezing winters. A lot of fun to do in January. I start with perennial flowers and herbs in January. I progress to cool weather crops. Then I start my warm weather crops, and I really grow hundreds, in some cases sometimes 1,000 plants. I get them started, move them outside, grow everything that I need, saves me a lot of money, and I used to do plant sales, would grow and start indoors just like this, get them to size, and then I would sell them at garage sales, at my own personal kind of garage sale. I would go to flea markets and sell them. I would go to church functions and sell them. And I made a good amount of money that it really funded everything I needed for my garden. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe. I will show you how to grow indoors for 2025. And you can get this set up really cheaply. 45 bucks, let's say, for the lights. 30 bucks if you want to buy the seed flats and cells. You can get your own stuff that you can repurpose. You need to get a shelving unit. That could cost anywhere from $20 to $60. Or you can follow me and build a little PVC design, which is just going to create a frame about that tall, and then the light hangs from it. And that's only going to cost you $15. And you can easily make it just from stuff you buy at the big box stores. Thanks so much for watching. Please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com. And I highly recommend getting something like this, growing your own transplants. It's a lot of fun. Thanks for watching.